Hi there, Empathic Dimension family. Welcome back, and a warm welcome to those who are new to this channel. If you find our content valuable and enjoyable, we encourage you to consider subscribing and joining the Empathic Dimension fam. Now, let's dive in. Narcissistic Victim Syndrome is a term used to describe the specific and often severe side effects of narcissistic abuse. While it is not officially recognized as a mental health condition, many experts acknowledge the serious and long-lasting impact that narcissistic abuse can have on emotional well-being. Chronic abuse from a narcissistic individual can result in symptoms similar to PTSD or complex PTSD, especially if there were additional traumas involved, such as being raised by narcissistic parents. It's important to be aware of these signs, as they might suggest that you have been affected by narcissistic victim syndrome. Number 1. At the beginning of the relationship, you might have felt an undeniable and perfect connection with that person. Little did you know that in the depths of this seemingly blissful romance, a sinister cycle was about to unfold. This insidious type of abuse starts slowly, lurking in the shadows, waiting for the moment when you've fallen deeply in love with your partner. It is during these early stages that you may have been subjected to a heart-wrenching manipulation technique known as love bombing. Picture this: gifts and affection raining down upon you, creating an intoxicating whirlwind of emotions. The bond you believed to be genuine and ideal was crafted meticulously, reeling you into their web of deceit. But alas, the facade crumbles, and the affection you once cherished morphs into something far more sinister. Similarly, in the case of narcissistic parents, their love and adoration may have flowed freely in the beginning. You basked in their praise and even enjoyed the material comforts they provided. Yet, like a storm on the horizon, their love could swiftly turn cold and distant. The moment you dared to displease them, their affection waned, replaced by a treacherous onslaught of gaslighting and the cruel silence of the silent treatment. In the wake of such tactics, your very sanity became a fragile and delicate construct, eroded by doubt and confusion. These experiences, so deeply etched into your being, do not vanish with the severing of ties. They linger, casting a long and haunting shadow over your life. Recognizing these signs, however painful, is an essential step on the path to healing and reclaiming your emotional well-being. Number 2. You always feel on edge, afraid that anything you say or do could bring back painful memories of your past trauma. The aftermath of trauma often brings an intense need to avoid anything that could reopen those wounds, people, places, or activities that hold the potential to harm you once more. Your mind becomes consumed by worry, constantly on guard, carefully measuring each word and action around others. It's a behavior born out of the painful past when you were under the shadow of your abuser. The weight of extreme fear drives you to present as anxious and withdrawn, especially in the presence of others. In this state of perpetual caution, you find yourself isolated, seeking refuge in solitude. The mere act of engaging with others becomes a delicate dance of self-protection, navigating the intricate balance between hiding and yearning for connection. Remember, dear soul, this is not your true essence. Your past does not define you. Number 3. Once the relationship comes to an end, you may find yourself caught in a whirlwind of smear campaigns. Breakups often lead to people taking sides, and this holds true when dealing with a narcissistic abuser. They skillfully distort your words, crafting their own version of events to gain sympathy from others. In their manipulative quest, they can sway your loved ones, insisting that they only have the best intentions at heart. Consequently, when you attempt to speak up about the abuse you endured, you may face the heart-wrenching reality of your own support network siding with the abuser instead. These circumstances create strong barriers between you and the very people you once relied upon for support, leaving you feeling utterly isolated. The sense of betrayal and the loss of your trusted circle can be overwhelming. Number 4. You experience an overwhelming sense of isolation and vulnerability. When nobody lends an ear to your voice and disregards your valid concerns, the weight of loneliness settles upon your shoulders. In this state of solitude, you become susceptible to further manipulation from your abuser. They may use clever strategies, such as fake apologies, acts of kindness, or dismissing their past abusive behavior. This strategy, known as hovering, is precisely when they strike their most devastating blows. When support is lacking, doubts begin to creep in, and your perception of the abuse becomes distorted, leaving you unable to confide in anyone about your experiences. The absence of a support network magnifies the power they hold over you, as you grapple with the internal turmoil of questioning your own reality. This vulnerability becomes the breeding ground for their insidious control. Number 5. You feel overwhelmed by a deep sense of mistrust that spreads throughout every aspect of your life. Have you become hyper-aware, constantly on guard, plagued by anxiety regarding the intentions of others? The insidious gaslighting techniques employed by the narcissistic abuser may have shaped your perception of the world, leaving you with a profound struggle to trust anyone, even yourself. Number 6. You may find yourself caught in a cycle of self-sabotage and self-destruction. The lingering effects of the narcissistic torment lead to rumination, intensifying negative self-talk and fueling the inclination towards undermining your own well-being. Malignant narcissists skillfully manipulate, programming you to believe in your own self-destruction. This insidious conditioning may drive you towards engaging in risky behaviors, including self-harm or even contemplating suicide. The toxic shame inflicted upon you by the relentless hypercriticism and verbal abuse of your abuser takes its toll. It breeds a deep-seated belief in your own unworthiness, driving you to punish yourself relentlessly. This toxic cycle drains away your motivation to pursue your dreams and goals, leaving you feeling lost and devoid of purpose. Number 7. You may find yourself struggling with puzzling physical symptoms. Narcissistic abuse has the power to ignite a storm of anxiety and unease, which in turn can manifest as unexplained physical symptoms. The unrelenting stress from enduring chronic abuse pushes your stress levels to their limits. Consequently, your immune system may suffer a severe blow, making you more vulnerable to various physical afflictions, autoimmune disorders, and diseases. Be mindful of potential signs such as fluctuating appetite, persistent nausea, stomach discomfort, muscle aches, insomnia, and overwhelming fatigue. These symptoms serve as strong reminders of the toll that narcissistic abuse takes on your overall well-being. Number 8. You may find it extremely challenging to set clear boundaries. The harrowing experience of narcissistic abuse often leaves you with a diminished sense of respect for personal boundaries. In the past, when you attempted to assert your boundaries, you were met with challenges from the abuser. Their weapon of choice was the silent treatment, using it until you gave in to their demands. Even though you were determined to cut off all connections and distance yourself from a narcissistic parent or end the relationship, the abuser remains confident in their ability to break through your defenses. They take advantage of the times when you've compromised your boundaries in the past, convinced they can wear you down once again. The insidious effects of narcissistic abuse extend beyond the immediate relationship. They infiltrate your capacity to establish healthy boundaries in future connections with others. The scars of the past become a hindrance, leaving you grappling with the challenge of setting and maintaining boundaries that safeguard your well-being. Number 9. You may feel deeply uncertain about who you truly are. In the face of abuse, many individuals adapt their sense of self to accommodate their abusive partner. To please your abuser, you might have given up activities you once enjoyed and distanced yourself from friends and family. These sacrifices can lead to a loss of identity both during and after the abuse. It is not uncommon for victims of narcissistic abuse to experience dissociation and detachment from the physical world. As described by Dr. Vanderklok in his book, The Body Keeps the Score, dissociation is a core aspect of trauma. The overwhelming experience becomes fragmented, with emotions, sounds, images, thoughts, and physical sensations taking on a life of their own. In this disorienting state, you may struggle to make sense of who you truly are, as if the essence of your identity has been fractured and scattered. It is a painful journey to reclaim and rediscover your authentic self, but know that you are not alone. Number 10. You may find yourself struggling immensely when it comes to making decisions. When you have endured a consistent pattern of devaluation and criticism, your self-esteem and confidence can be greatly diminished. Narcissistic abusers are adept at undermining your ability to make sound judgments. They may have belittled you, labeled you as unintelligent or ignorant, or even used false endearments while insulting you. Through manipulative tactics, they distort your perception of reality, making you doubt the importance of certain experiences. This insidious manipulation can have a lasting impact on your decision-making process, influencing your confidence in your own judgment and leading to hesitancy and uncertainty in future choices. Number 11. You may suffer from chronic UTIs and recurrent yeast infections. These hidden conditions, often overlooked and underestimated, add to the already overwhelming burden, intensifying the pain and suffering you endure. The insidious impact of narcissistic abuse seeps into every aspect of our being, disrupting the delicate balance of our immune system, leaving us susceptible to a range of physical ailments. Yet, even in the depths of despair, a glimmer of strength emerges, guiding us towards hope and healing amidst these relentless challenges we face. Did any of these signs resonate with you? Let us know in the comments below. I want to take a moment to share my own experience. Hi, I'm Maddie, and I was in a narcissistic relationship for 18 years. For a long time, I didn't understand what I was going through, and I suffered greatly from narcissistic victim syndrome. I want to emphasize that by learning about narcissistic victim syndrome, you are empowering yourself. Once you have knowledge, you can grow and make progress. Recognizing the impact of being in a narcissistic relationship is the first step toward healing. As we come to a close, it's important to note that not all abuse is connected to narcissism, and not everyone diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder will engage in abusive behavior. However, if you suspect you may be a victim of this type of abuse, we urge you to seek help. Reach out to someone you trust, such as a close friend, a family member, or a therapist. Leaving an abusive relationship is a challenging journey, and sometimes trying to heal from narcissistic victim syndrome on your own can feel overwhelming and ineffective. If you've been struggling to find effective strategies, we encourage you to download the Healing from Emotional Abuse digital workbook, which is available in the description. If this video has been helpful to you or you believe it could assist others, please like and share. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos on recovering from narcissistic abuse. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.